Hi everybody, in this video we are going to see how to create and export a high-resolution 3D model using QGIS. For me, the main advantages of QGIS for 3D modeling are that it gives you full control over your data, allowing precise modeling with custom sources. It enables advanced spatial analysis like slope calculation, volume and terrain stiffness as well, especially when using high-resolution data such as LiDAR or high-quality DMs, things that can't provide Google Earth, for example. Additionally, with no external platform restriction, you own your models and can export them however you like. And finally, it's also possible to automate the 3D modeling process using Python scripts, allowing you to generate 3D models, apply texture, and export the reference results automatically without manual interventions. So now, let me take you to the Faroe Islands, a wild and remote archipelago in the North Atlantic, tucked between Iceland and Scotland. Today, we'll bring a landscape to life in 3D. Shaped by fire, wind, and tide, the Faroes are a quiet testament to the poetry of ancient geology. This volcanic archipelago was formed over 50 million years ago. Layered in ancient lava flows, the rugged landscapes of the Faroe Islands rise majestically from the sea, carved over time by wind, rain, and erosion. What stands out are the steep cliffs, deep V-shaped valleys, and terraced plateaus that drop dramatically into the ocean. So here in QGIS, the first thing to do is to install a new plugin if you don't already have. This plugin is called HCMGIS. So here you can install the plugin, I already have. And you go to the menu HCMGIS and you go to Google Satellite. It will allow you to use the Google Earth satellite image. So it's very useful because we have a high resolution view of the Earth. And we are going now to choose the area of interest. This will be the final 3D scene that we will modelize. So I suggest we go to the iconic Kalsoy of the Faroe Islands. The long and narrow island you see here in the northeast of the Faroe Islands, sometimes nicknamed the flute because of its stretched out shape and the many tunnels carved through its mountains. The first things we have to do is to save the high-resolution satellite view of this area of interest. So go to Project, New Print Layout, give it a name, and load the image. We want to export this image in high resolution, so you have to go to Export as Image. We export this image in high resolution TIFF. Here, click on the Generate World file and set the horizontal resolution to 8192. Hit the Save button. It's the highest resolution you can get from Google Earth image. Okay, now we have to go back into our project and add our new raster layer. Here we have the new satellite view in high resolution. We can remove this layer. And now we are going to add the high resolution DEM from the Faroe Islands. So I select the open dataset from ArcticDEM provided by the National Science Foundation's Open Data Repository. You can find all the links and enlargements in the video descriptions. Okay, now if we go back to the QGIS project, we're going to import this high-resolution DEM and segment it with the area of interest. Okay, I'm gonna drag and drop my raster, my high-resolution raster. Will take a while so that the DEM is loading. Here it is. So now the next step is to segment this high resolution DEM using the area of interest that we are here. Since processing the full datasets would consume a lot of computing resources, we are going to segment it to reduce CPU usage. To do this, select your raster, go to raster and go to click raster by extent, and here you have to set the extent from your Google Satellite view. Here you can set the new location to save your raster and run the process. Okay, once the process is done, you have your new raster here. You can remove the previous layer, and you have your two. Okay, it's a very high resolution, so kind of easy. So here the purpose is to do this 3D model with a high resolution raster, so 2 meter resolution here. So when you can zoom it, and you will see that, for example, vector hill shade. You see that it's a very high resolution raster, and it consumes a lot of CPU usage. Just to know that you can use another OpenDEM raster open database, for example, Open Topography DEM downloader. Here you have the entire worldwide raster, so the SRTM with a high resolution of 30 meters. So you could have done it with it too, but for this QGIS tutorial, I just wanted to load a high resolution raster. At this point, you can add vector data, and just before creating the 3D high resolution 3D model. So I'm just gonna add the road here. You see it here. And now we're going to create a 3D view of this map. Go to View, 3D Map View, and hit the button New 3D Map View. The window will appear. Click on the option bottom and configure. Now click on the terrain tab and click DEM. Set the elevation with your high resolution DEM, and if you'd like, you can set the vertical scale and enhance the 3D effects. I'm just gonna do OK. So here now you have your 3D map. You can enhance the map if you need here to Okay, so now your map is a 3D object, so you just have to switch the view between the two layers and create a new 3D map view. We set it as before. And we can zoom in a little bit. The tiles will take some time to load. It's very heavy. But at the end, you will have a 3D map view of your area of interest. So here it is. If you zoom in, it will enhance the resolution of your 3D view. Take some time to load. So now what I'm going to do is to set a view that I like, and I come back to you to show you how to export this high-resolution 3D model. Okay, I think I'm gonna choose this view. So if you want to export just a small image of this view, you can click on this icon here, save as a image, but if you do it, the resolution will be pretty low. What we want is the high resolution of this 3D view. So what we do is that you slide this window and you go to Project, New Print Layout, and you can hit the Add 3D Map button. You write a box and it will say Scene Not Set. What you have to do is to go into Item Properties, and you have to hit this button, Copy Settings from a 3D view, select your map, and it will load it. Great. After a while you will see that your map will appear. And then now if you go to Layouts, the Export Settings, you will see that your 3D model is in high resolution. So now you can export as an image. And here you can select the highest resolution that you want to set and save your 3D model. Okay, great. So now if you look at the exports, we will see that we've got a high resolution everywhere in this image. By the way, you can play with a layer and add some slope calculation or any other terrain analysis. There are many possibilities with the 3D rendering in QGIS. To conclude, in short, QGIS is a great starting point for 3D modeling, especially if you're looking for a flexible and cost-effective solution. But for more advanced need, it's quite not there yet. In another video, we'll take a look at how to go further with 3D, using other tools with more powerful platforms to get better rendering, animations, and analysis.